I've got some controversial and nuanced opinions about climate change. Fossil fuels are bad. Lithium mines? Bad. Yeah, so this video is probably gonna offend people on both sides of the spectrum. I'm sorry, but I've been keeping this in way too long. You know, we need to stop burning so many fossil fuels. Coal mines kill probably like a million, maybe a few million people every year. Air pollution is the #1 cause of death in the world. And there might also be other effects of coal mines that are bad. But if we focus purely on CO2 and getting CO2 neutral, and we say that that's the most important thing, which is something I have heard myself say years ago, we will not fix the problem. And we will not save the planet if we only focus on CO2. On the other hand, if we see that we are being deceived about CO2, that people are steering things in the wrong direction, and we don't want to contribute to that hoax, and we say people who care about the environment are, environment, that's you and me and everyone else all over the place. Your environment is important. The health of our environment is really important. And I feel like there's these two sides. And one side is trying to save the climate and understands the importance of nature, but doesn't quite realize that the government is fooling them and that they're part of someone else's game. And obviously a lot of people do, luckily. And there's also a side of people who sometimes forget to care about nature, and luckily lots of them do care about nature, who do realize that the system is misleading people, but who feel opposed to the people who are trying to save the climate. And I think we're really in the same boat. A lot of people who see through the illusions are very much against technology, are very much against this rise of transhumanism. And yet a lot of people on the left-wing side don't think robotics is dangerous, or don't think robotics is a thing, don't maybe know that they've been injected with some interesting nanotechnology already. You know, there's people who really don't want that stuff in their body. And there's people who really realize that the rise of AI is a climate problem. Yeah, I hope so. I hope there's people who realize that. You know, it's really pretty crazy that we are somehow building all of these smart cities running on green energy from dirty lithium mines in China. That we are destroying indigenous Sami lands in Sweden in order to build a mine to make smartphone materials so that every smartphone buzzes, or so that every new smartphone screen is a little bit more shiny, has a little bit more quality, and a few more million colors. It's pretty crazy that the world is destroying nature at such a rapid rate, and that we are fighting over weird arguments as if the point is not to be healthy, to be well, to be loving, to be respectful. We have to connect with nature. We have to connect with our hearts. We have to connect with each other. to step into love. We need to reconnect to nature. And I really feel like we are too divided over things that really shouldn't divide us. We're in the same boat. And we can't keep following the system because this system is collapsing. This human civilization is collapsing, as was predicted a long time ago by peoples around the world. But humanity is continuing. But we can't keep destroying nature. And so we won't. We will be stopped. This civilization will be stopped by its own self-destructive behavior, by the beautiful protection systems of nature. But can we please come together on understanding that we can't keep doing what we're currently doing? We can't keep this machine running. Can we please get together on the understanding that nature is important, that respecting each other is important? Can we come together against the rise of technology, of AI, of transhumanism, and against the destruction of nature, against environmental pollution? Can we stop putting toxins in human bodies? Can we stop putting toxins outside of human bodies? Can we stop producing the artificial toxins that humans are producing? You know, nature has poison. If you eat a very poisonous mushroom, either you die within a day or two, and if you haven't died in 2 days, then you're probably not going to die at all. The poison's gone. Your body takes care of it. So either you're dead or you survive. But it's over in 2 days. That's the case with most poisons that nature produces. You get a little sick, and then you get better, and then it's over. But with artificial human-produced toxins, they don't break down in the environment. They don't break down in our bodies. They build up. You know, we are creating so many crazy things that we don't know how to fix. And so it's terribly sad and tragic. But this civilization, in order for humanity to continue, in order for humanity to survive, this civilization must end. Because we have already gone way too far. These are crazy, crazy times. And it is so important we connect. We connect to nature. We connect to our hearts. Connect to the wisdom within. We learn from indigenous peoples. We learn to live in nature again because we have so unlearned how to live natural lives, how to live off the land, how to live in a forest. But I would urge you to try to get out of the city. I would urge you to try to start growing your own vegetables, to find your way back to nature and to learn how to live again with nature. We have to find that love inside for ourselves, for each other, and we have to learn to survive again. We have to learn to live again healthfully together. And we first have to make that choice, and then we can start aligning everything with that choice. Choose nature, choose the continuation of humanity, choose the path towards a humanity that lives in harmony with nature. And stop letting the system divide us. Let's stop arguing over the small things. And let's unite for what's really important. And I'm not saying let's form this political movement and try and overthrow. No. I'm saying understand we're in the same boat. Understand we're in this together. And we get to cooperate on creating a beautiful new world. I'm saying turn off the television. Stop having political debates. Stop engaging with the old world and thinking we can still fix it. Start building a new world, a new way of life. Focus on love and respect. Connect with nature. Hug a tree. Learn from indigenous people. They know how to live in harmony with nature. I've been rambling for long enough. Have such a wonderful day. And know that we got this. Know that we will get there. And let's step into the new world today and every day to come. Let's get into that process of self-transformation. Let's become a new, beautiful human that lives in harmony. Let's breathe and sit by the fire and sit by the tree. And also, learn how to survive. Get physical. Train your body. I'm talking to myself right now because that's a struggle. But we have to do it. We have to get strong again. Okay. I love you. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time.